Morning, everyone. Bujun, Honorable Nikan,
Good
and
morning.
morning.
Good morning, Achan.
Okay. How are you today? It's okay. I can't hear you.
Oh, you cannot hear me? Can you hear
Okay.
me? Yeah, yeah.
How are
Sorry.
you?
Not too good because I have a cold now, so
Yeah.
feverish, and you can hear from my voice I may be coughing and all. So I
Yeah.
was telling Ajahn that I may switch off my video, especially if I'm coughing and all those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah.
can you run the present number 7? Can you?
I will still aim to do that, but then after
Okay.
that, if I'm really unwell, I may have to bow out. Yeah. Thank you, Ajahn.
I hope you're better.
Yeah, I also hope so. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Are we joy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. ดีครับ Gloria already come. Joshing. Okay. คุณวิรัต are you ready for today?
Yes.
Okay. Shall we start? Hello, everyone. Good morning. Today is the last day for group practicing, right? Which we have two sessions left. We have session 6 and 7 in this morning. From now until about 11, okay? And Kun Virat will be your therapist in session 6, and Kun Mitu Wa, right? Could you please introduce yourself for the group?
My name is Me Too. I've got funny name, Me Too. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I believe we know each other on this group because we have been on the course together. So I know Gloria, I, Vika, and then Wujin and Kun Virat, as well as the other gentleman, I think the other monk, Uttasara,
Joshua.
Yeah, he's not here yet, but yes.
And okay, before we start with session 6, let I tell you a little bit about this session. For the first step that Kun Virat have to do mindfulness practice, right? We will cut to 10 minutes from 30 minutes, okay? By doing transcue meditation for 3 minutes and then do like a body scan with focusing 3 minutes and body scan and label 3 minutes and end up with a mental rehearsal only 1 minute, okay? And during practice A and B, you should choose the kind only two person to act as A and B, and the rest will be observer. Okay. Okay. I think shall we start? Okay. Thank you. Please, everyone, welcome Kun Virat.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be your therapist for all of you today. Okay, shall we start by running my presentation? Okay. Okay, everybody, welcome to the step 6, the mindful communication for today. And good morning to everyone. Let's start by check-in. My check-in question for today, this morning is, what is the one thing that make you smile this morning? Anybody, please shout out, or otherwise you write in your chat box. What is the one thing that make you smile today? Anybody?
I have a good night's sleep.
Oh, that's good. Good night sleep.
Same here.
Pardon me?
I mean, same here. I had a really good sleep last night, and yeah, I feel really good.
Okay, that's good. It seems that one of the good thing for the people to have a well sleep. What about you, Me Too? What is the good thing for you this morning?
I think when I first when I first woke up, I realized, oh, I can breathe better because I've been having congested nose. So
Okay.
that's the thing that made me smile because I thought, oh, I can breathe better.
So I can notice the smile on your face. What about you, คุณวิสาขา มีแกง
Yes, good morning, Ka. Today is my so early in the morning. I have already communication with my son in now in Philadelphia, in United States. Yes, so I'm very happy today. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. I can saw your smile on your face. What about you, Venerable Nikon? What make you smile this morning?
Yes, in the morning I wake up and see the outside the natural things. I feel good.
Okay, thank you, and a good morning. Korea, what about you?
It's a brand new day.
Okay, good, it's a brand new day, good. Kun Pao, what is the one thing that make you smile this morning?
I see everyone here, especially me too.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Me too. Me too. Say thank. I can be better. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we move on, I like to review. Yeah. Last Saturday, we have gone to the first 4 steps, how to manage anxiety by tranquil meditation, relieving with mindfulness. And the third step is learning to let go with feeling, FFELING, and then mindful with thought and let go. Today, as Kun Pao mentioned, we are going to start by myself. Last week we up until here, improving relationship. And this morning, I'm going to learn improving communication, me too, compassion, and then life have to go on. That's the list for today. One thing that I want everybody to notice is the first 4 is for ourselves. We work with ourselves, we work with our inner world. And then starting from step number 5 up to 8, we starting to working with other people. And by the same time, we also working with ourselves. So let me start the step number 6. We are going to start by the sitting meditation for 10 minutes. And here is your instruction. The first 3 minutes, we are going to do a tranquil meditation, and then followed by 3 minutes body scan with focusing on your body sensation. I hope everybody can recall the process. And the next 3 minutes, we are going to add the thought labeling when the thought is coming up. And then we are going to have a last minute for mental rehearsal. Don't worry about the time. I will remind you when we have 1 minute left. Mental rehearsal, you may recall one recent difficult situation. Okay. Anyone have any question before we move on? Okay. I saw the smile. Everyone ready? Okay. We will start by doing a meditation for 10 minutes. Everybody, could you gently close your eye and sit comfortably with your back upright? Put your feet on the floor. Put your hands on your lap. Take a deep breath for 5 to 6 times, and then breathe naturally. Observe your breath at the area where you can feel your breath better. Left or right nostrils. At the point you feel best. If there will be thoughts happen in your mind, just acknowledge them, but not to follow them. Come back to observe your breath and continue to observe your breath as long as you can. Just do this every time you have the thought in your mind. And focus on this thought stopping for 3 minutes. And then you can do the body scan with the focusing and followed by the thought labeling. Now you should do your body scan. Aware of the sensation Any area that have strong sensation, you can pause for 30 seconds. Aware of the sensation and let it go. If any thought coming up, just label the thought, labeling the thought, naming it, and let it go. And now, 1 minute mental rehearsal. Think of one recent difficult situation and how to cope up with it. Palms up. Take a long deep breath and slowly open your eyes. and do an open eye meditation for 1 minute. Okay, thank you everybody. How you feel right now? Okay, let's move on. Last week, the therapist for steps 5 have gave us an homework. I just want to recall you of the homework. Okay. There is 2 homework for the step 5 for last week. The first one is, ask us to practice your mind by doing Panitangkool and mindfulness meditation once a day for 30 minutes every day. That's the first assignment. The second assignment is review your feelings on your relationship with your special person every day. Anyone have anything to share? Anyone who done the homework, can you raise your hand, please? Wu Jung, are you raise your hand?
No, I didn't do it every day, but actually I do have some practice when I pick up my wife and in the daily life.
And
Yes.
how you found what the consequence on your relationship with your wife
I
after
think
you?
I think I have more tolerant.
you develop your patient perfection already.
Yeah, patience
Okay.
and endurance.
Okay, thank you.
More awareness, I think.
Good. Anyone want to share anything? Thank you, Wu Jun. Okay, so then we move on. The topic for today, as mentioned, we are going to focus on the step number 6, improving communication skill. There is 2 areas that we are going to focus on. The first one is to identify the common communication problem and their consequence. Second one, we are to be able to use mindfulness in communication, both verbal and non-verbal communication. Because most of the people, when we communicate in our daily life without awareness of our speaking and listening, it becomes automatically. And this enhance the bad emotion and cause conflict and problem with others. So using the mindfulness in our conversation will help our verbal and non-verbal communication be accepted by others. They will understand us more, and then more than before, and help us solve our problem. I won't go in detail, but just give you a preview. We have the activity for today is 7 activity. We have done the first one, 10 minute sitting meditation. We have done review the homework, and then we have explained the principle of communication. So today there will be a big activity, 2 activity. The first one is the pairing. The second one is the journaling. Let's start by the communication. Most of the people, we have so-called something that in communication we have so-called something that visible and something that underneath the water that invisible, that underneath. Okay. And in communication, we have both verbal that we can hear the sound. The verbal normally communicate the thought, the attitude, the way of thinking, and non-verbal. Non-verbal will be communicate the emotion, the sensation, the value, and the belief of the people. In communication, we always exchange the verbal and non-verbal, and the qualification of quality of relationship is much depend on a lot on our communication. So we are going to practice a mindful communication skill by using our eye expression, tone of voice, facial expression, gesture, distance, and contact. We are going to practice A and B communication right now. We are going to have two people, A and B. A is going to be the speaker. B is going to be the listener. May I have two volunteers from the group, please? No? Okay, never mind.
Okay,
No,
I can do it.
anyone?
Okay.
Okay, so we got thank you, Venerable. We got the first one. The second one, I will choose the lucky one. Okay. Okay. Venerable. Okay. We got Wujung, Visakha, Venerable Nikon, me too, and Gloria. Are you ready? Let's go. Now the lucky one is Mika. you are the lucky one. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we are going to have the two people. Who is going to be the speaker? Who is going to be A? Agree among yourself. Who want to talk?
Uh,
Want to tell your story?
For me, I guess maybe something. Okay.
You are going to be the speaker. Okay. Then Visakha, you are going to be the listener. The way that we are going to do is A is going to telling the story. Any story, either first stage story, the difficulty in your work, in your study, whatever that you want to tell. B, you just only doing your job as the listening. You listening attentively by using your eye contact and you nodding your head. Okay. I will give you 3 minutes from this exercise. Don't worry about the time. When 30 seconds left, I will let you know. The rest of the people.
Sorry. Maybe I suggest that let the people should stop your camera.
Okay. Okay.
While they are A and B talking. Okay.
Okay. So everyone, before we start the 3 minutes, everyone turn off your camera. Just only two people, A and B. Venerable, you are going to be A. You are going to telling your story 3 minutes. Gang, you are going to listener for 3 minutes. Everybody turn off the rest, you are the observer. Turn off your camera.
At this point, can we change the character because I cannot think about some story frustrated. If you can talk about the past, it's okay, but not happen like recently.
Okay. Visakha, would you mind to be telling your story? Okay, good. Your 3 minutes starting now.
Oh, okay, as for my prostate story, about a long time ago, I also very long time ago, when I got married, about 30 years ago, my father fell down with brain stroke. You know brain stroke, right? Yes. So brain stroke, it's the pop up the blood in the brain.
Okay.
Yes, my father. Yes, as at that time I had got married. I was very sad, and I had very fear of my father could be dead. Yes. Um, so of course, it's very emergency treat in the hospital near the house. So my father was alive, but my father's is the half of the body, right? It's the right side, so paralyzed. Yes. Um, I I am the first daughter of my father. So I had received very much love from my parents, especially my father loved me very much. So at the time, I was very frustrated. Maybe I thought um, the reason my father happened this unlucky and physical problem uh, caused by me because uh, uh, because at the time my father was not satisfied with my marriage. Yes, maybe it was every parents think so that yes. So so my father was also very sad because he thought uh, my beloved daughter was married. He didn't think that. He thought um, I I had lost my daughter. You understand? Okay. Yes. So at the time I was very sad and uh, very frustrated and yes, but also so later my father recovered, but not perfect, right? So whenever I saw my father's physical problem, right, is the during the walking is not balanced, right? Yes, yes. Yes, whenever I saw my father's is a physical state, yes, I was very sad. Yes, so sometimes I avoid seeing my father because whenever I saw him, I was very sad and heartbroken. Yes, it's a sika.
Thank you for your story. Now I have a question for A. Does B have listening skill and how? While you speaking, yeah. Does B have listening skill, and how?
Your question for me, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the question for A, while you speaking, how you notice the listener.
Venerable Uttarama Sara is the face look. Face look very, yeah. Yes, it's unhappy, right? Yeah, with my story. Yes, but maybe in my opinion, he didn't know how to say because very sad story. Yes, I feel so that.
What is the effect of someone listening to you? Yeah.
When I say this, I expected the listener accept yes my story. I expect, right? So very calm and very is how to say very stable because I have expectation. My listener, yes, can accept my story and empathy, right? Yes, he can empathy with my story. Yes.
Okay, good. So that someone empathy you. Okay, Venerable, do you get the feeling of A and how?
I try to understand her, but the exactly feeling, and because I don't have like experiences about that, because all my parents and even my grandma and the grandpa still alive. So yeah, for my loved ones are still alive. So yeah, I don't have that very strong feeling about that. But I understand her, the father and the who you love the most and care about you the most, and then they're in the hospital and you worry about them. And then also she got married, and yeah, those situation, and the father also worried about that, and yeah, it's complicated. And yeah, for here the feelings is yeah, just very complex. So in
Okay.
here, and yeah, I understand that situation. It's yeah, it's so many negative emotion and feelings going on.
Okay. So when you understand the story, when you get the emotion, how that feeling affect to you?
For me, I kind of still calm. I just listening and she's story. And in here, what I try to know is, she's experiences, she's the feeling, and I just still keep my on my side. I'm just a listener. I'm not try to involve uh, to his she's story. Yeah, uh, yeah, that's my feeling. I still
Okay.
calm and
So
normal.
so you understand her feeling, and you trying to be calm, but you still affect to you. Okay. So I use your communication about this kind of intense story, not just only show the feeling, but sometimes it also affect the feeling of the listener. Now we are going to move to practice the mindful communication. The mindful communication, as we studied before, we are going to partial aware of our breath. Either we are speaking or we are listening. For the speaker, it's not difficult because you can, in second step, we can live mindful living by a partial aware breath while we listening. However, the speaker for respiration mechanism during our speaking, there is only inhalation. As the exhalation, as the exhale is become the speed. So we are going to practice some inhalation. Okay. We are going to practice by singing a song together. We are going to singing a happy birthday to you song. Everybody, are you ready? When you singing, you notice of your inhale, and you know that your outhale is going to be your voice speaking out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. Open your microphone first. I want to hear your voice.
Okay, open.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday
Birthday
to
to you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
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 birthday.
birthday,
birthday,
happy
happy
birthday.
birthday,
Happy
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 birthday.
birthday
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 to
to
you.
you. Okay. So everyone, you will notice that, we just, when we sing a song, we just aware of our inhale. So now second round A and B again. You, Mikang, you got 3 minutes telling the same story. However, this time with the mindful speaking. Venerable, you doing the same job. And then you come listening with the mindful listener. Okay. The rest kindly turn off your camera now.
Let me
Okay.
start.
Start
And
again.
yes, about 30 years ago. So when I got married, my husband had fell down with a brain stroke, and at that time, I was very sad with my father's it's a physical problem and his situation because um, so at the time so of course it's the emergency treatment in the hospital, but later he was not perfect. He just can't move the part of the right side. So when uh, when I whenever I saw my father's so walking and any behavior and action or activity, so I was very sad. I was very mm, frustrated, and sometimes I avoid seeing my father's is a is a activity, the physical state, because um, um, at the time I could not overcome this of my, and sometimes I couldn't control my feeling, sad feeling. So yes, and sometimes the cause of that situation caused by myself because I had got married with not fully satisfied with my father. So very many kinds of feeling, many kinds of the emotion is around my mind, and I had as mentally and emotionally had it was very pain, very frustrated me. Yes, that's it.
Okay, thank you for your story, the second round. How you feel, right? How you feel about second round when you have mindful speaking?
Yes, already mindful with mindful activity after the mindful activity, right? So during speaking with mindfully, I feel very arranged. Yes, arranged. The first time before mindfully, when I told my story, very with many mixed with very many kinds of feeling, right? Yes, even though it was very old time, but very very frosted mind, very many kinds of the feeling, emotion arose from my mind. But after with mindfully, uh, it's the very arranged the story, and I noticed so how to say is the simply yes, and the main point is the I can say only yes.
Okay, thank you. Everyone open your camera now. And then, so thank you. You mentioned that, with the mindful, you can better organize, you can focus on the story. That's why your story is simple, shorter, and clearer than the first round. Venerable, when you doing the mindful listening, what the difference with the first round?
You mean my feeling?
For yourself, you are the listener. What the difference between first round and second round for you?
I don't have too much different. It's I'm still listen, and it doesn't involve an emotion. Yeah, no, not big difference for me. I cannot tell the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can get the same story, still the same understanding, the same feeling. Yeah.
If you compare two stories, the second one missing too much details. It's just like a conclusion or
Okay.
the short story, and it almost remove the emotion part.
Okay. Remove the emotion part, less emotional involved. Okay. Everyone, I like to recap that, with the mindful communication, this will be less distraction. So as a speaker, they will better organize, and they will have less emotional expression, as Venerable mentioned. This is the listener can touch and feel. For listener, they can better understanding, and then they are also more neutral. As Venerable is very calm for the second round, even more calmer. Okay, here is my conclusion. We in improving our communication, observing your breath and your breath with mindful, on what you say and what you're listening. You mindful with your non-verbal communication, and also mindful with your verbal communication. Now, the new way of communication, we can also introduce the I message. I message, because most of the people without awareness, we also point out to other by using the you message. With the mindful, we can use our mind, our I message in order to express our feeling and our sensation. When we using the I message, we express our feeling, we get people to understand, we respond with I asset. However, this needs the mindfulness. Most of the people, they use you message, criticize other, complain, teach others, so that create the misunderstanding, and then they react automatically without the mindfulness. So that's the one thing that should be the new way of communication. Now we are going to apply the new way of communication. Everybody, please turn off your manual to page number 64. Page number 64. Number 64 is the activity form. They will have two parts. The first part is to explore the situation that you communicate with the one who is very close to you. You may identify for Wu Chung, you may identify that this is my wife. For Mi Kang, you may identify that this is my husband. Okay. That often cause misunderstanding and problem between you and that person. You just slow down, think of one situation that happened recently, and think of the word that you have used between each other and your non-verbal while you talking to each other. And then the consequent form, that's communication. Just complete the first one. I'll give you 2 minutes starting now, everyone. Turn to page number 64 and complete the first part. Your 2 minutes starting now. Time's up. Anybody need more time? Okay. Okay. So right now, everyone got the situation that we have the problematic communication with our loved one. Now we are going to move to second part, which we are going to using the new way of communication, iMessage, to express our feeling mindfully, and we can expect the better outcome. However, before going to that, I would like everyone to close your eye and doing a tranquil meditation for 1 minute. Focus on your breath, aware of your breathing in and aware of your breathing out. If the thought coming, aware of it and let it go. Okay. Slowly open your eye. Now we are going to do the second part. The second part, we are going to consider the new way of communication that can help change the way of communicate in that situation. On the same situation, think of the word that you will use, focus on the I message, and then also think of the non-verbal communication that you will be applied to this situation. For example, I may express my sincere apology, and then my posture maybe I feel apology for you. So that's one of the example. Okay. And then think of the expected results that you are going to get from the second part. Anybody have any question? If no, you got 2 minutes on your second part, starting now. Write it down. And second left. Time's up. Anyone need more time? Okay. Now I want to hear from one or two of you how you feel about the first part and the second part while you doing a mindful communication and introduce the I message. Anyone? I want to hear from you. Woo Jung, I want to hear about you and your wife. Okay, make it short.
I have the tendency to stop my instinct reaction. Yeah, I have a very strong tendency not to speak what I want to say. Yeah, okay, this is my feeling.
Okay, very mindful. Thank you. Mikang, I want to hear about you and your story of your husband after practice this mindful communication. Okay.
Yeah, before mindful, is my attitude very negative, right? Is I just say why a lot, right? Why? But with mindful, yes, okay. Yes, okay, but yes, it's the speaking attitudes more positively. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for both of you. I would happy for your wife of Wu Chung and the husband of Mi Kang. They got the they quite lucky today. Okay, time is up. Time is about. I just want to recap the uh, exercise for today. We are going to have just only two time left for step number 7 and number 8. So with the next 7 days, I would like everyone to do the homework for number 6 on your page 65 and page 66. 65, you keep practicing your meditation for 30 minutes every day and record it. For number 66, review your communication problem with your loved one and then record the situation in the form below. And then next week, when we meet, we are going to recap again. Last but not least, I want everyone to check out. Make it very simple. Make it very short in 3 words. What is the most important thing that you learned today? Shout out, please. 3 words. What is the most? Yeah, please.
Mindful speech.
Mindful tip. Okay, thank you. Anyone? Please check out. Venerable. 3 words.
Only 3 words, right?
Kidding. Make it short. Make it short.
Okay. 3 words. The first one will be mindset. The second one, rethink or rearrange your words.
Okay.
Yeah, that's only 2.
Okay, thank you. Would you have write in the note that smile, stop, and silent? Thank you. Okay. Anyone else? Korea. 3 words. Check out.
I am just consider about the mindful listening.
Mindful listening. Okay. Venerable Nikon. You have to open your microphone.
Smile, speaking skill,
Okay.
and mindfulness.
Okay, thank you, Mindfulness. Okay, I think anyone else? Okay, no. So I would thank you everyone for attending section and see you again next time. Thank you, Kap. Have a good day today. Bye bye.
Let's take a big grab to Mr. Kunvirat. Okay, let's time for us to review this session together. We will start with the manual number 6, page number 60. That is the all 7 activities that we have to do for this session. Okay, and we see that Kunvirat already do all steps. We start with mindful practice and then review homework and then explain the principle of communication, both verbal and non-verbal. And after during we do A and B communication and then move to conclude that and go through iMessage and fill up activity form number 6, part 1 and part 2, and then give the group to do homework for during 7 days after this. Okay. We have 7 activity. This session is very long, right? Because we have 2 parts to let the group understand verbal and non-verbal by doing activity A and B. And after that, we focus on the I message for a new communication with other. Okay. Let'sคุณวิรัต reflect yourself what you like and what would be better if
Okay. Firstly, I think I am a bit excited. So because I think I will not go naturally because I have to follow the script step by step. So I mean, sometimes it's a bit pressure. Second thing is also time pressure. However, the good thing for me is, I mean, all the participants is very cooperation, and then I can saw the moral support from everyone. They are cheer up. They are cheer up, and then they are also very helpful to all the step and the process. So the other side, I think I fulfill. I have done what I prepare for today. Thank you,ครับ.
Thank you. And let the group please reflect your feeling about so. Thank you. Me too.
Yeah, so I really appreciate and like how Kun Vira is very lively. And then throughout the whole lesson, he holds us in a very good learning container. So he's a very good leader. He makes me feel very safe. It's like, it's okay. Let's just do this together. Yeah, so I like his style. Thank you.
Thank you. Who next? Just give him a feedback.
I think Virat is very the excitement have bring to all of us the very focused and very fluent the agenda very effective and very clear.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
For the presentation and yeah, just like the other say, it's very clear throughout from the beginning and the end, and yeah, you follow the agenda and the instruction exactly. Yeah, this is very good for the first time, and the second thing, you have the, you remember you have a span to choose the name. Actually, this way it's less the pressure, and if you want to like pick up someone's name, you should be careful. Otherwise, sometimes we force them to do it, and yeah, this way, yeah, it's interesting and also less the pressure for the participants, and then make this atmosphere and it's more relaxed, and yeah, this is the second thing. And for something and I can think of, you can improve for when we comes to instruct meditation, and you can speak in details. Yeah, it's a little bit details, and because at that way the practitioners, they can follow you and getting lost. Sometimes some practitioners might wandering away, but your words can bring them back, and yeah, that will be really helpful. Yeah, that's for me.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Kap. Thank you,
Who
Kap.
next? How about you, Korea? Yeah.
I think this session, the rhythm is just right, very, very good. And the guidance is very clear. And we read it is right. He explained a lot. And the most I appreciate the part is he review the last last six session, so we can all know where are we. And I think this part is very good. Just let us review. Thank you.
Thank you ครับ
Mika, for you, Mika. The last one. So
For me, according to my opinion, Virat is very good explanation for me because he followed the structure and he tell and explain very clearly. He's like a professor, you know, and because I like his explanation too much, I also understand he speaks the very slowly and try to explain more. For me, this is very good for me.
okay, thank you. How about you, Visakha? Mika.
Yes, thank you very much for your session, Kun Viraka. And the first point for very good thing is that the starting point is the smile, right? It's very deepness with the starting, and especially very very good thing for me is the dimension is very proper interval. Is the I mean with words and without words is interval, right? It's very quiet to perfect session today. Thank you so much.
Okay. And for me, this session I mentioned before, this session is really long, but I think you have a good preparation and good time management. Okay. And I like check in and check out. I think this part is very important because in the first coming, before we running something, that you have to check in, and before we leaving, you have to you check out is very good. And you have like a clear communication in every part. And important thing, I like your smiling face. You smile every time. It make our group relax. Okay. I would like to share that this session, when we do AB communication, we have to let everyone in the group, right, to do a couple. So everyone have to do this. But this is like we are online. We have to do like this. But in the real life, on site, you have to let everyone. Everyone have to let their story, talk their story. And if better, I think before we doing A and B second round, after you teach them how to do uh, speaking with happy birthday song, and before we do a second round, you have to let the group do Thank meditation. 1 minute before that. It's already in the manual. I think it's very good. It's difficult for this session, but you do like everyone clear the step. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you ครับ
And we will do session 7, or you need to break 5 minutes. What do you think?
the time, it will affect the time for lunch, right? For the monks.
Yeah. And for the first session, you have to cut the time, not do mindful practice 30 minutes. Just 5 to 7 minutes is okay. Okay? So everyone go on.
I need to go to the bathroom.
For 5 minutes, okay? Take a break for 5 minutes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Shall we start? Me too. Okay. Let's do.
Thank you for coming to session 7. We've come through maybe 3/4 of the 8 sessions now. So you can congratulate yourself. You finished 6 out of 8. So today is the 7th. And really, from this point onwards, the invitation is very much for us to see what mindfulness can help us in our daily life. Like what we have learned in the first 1 to 4 session, like the relationship of mindfulness and myself. And then as we go on into these new sessions, we can start to see how it can help us in not just in ourselves, but also with our relationships with our loved ones or even people that we don't. So maybe I'll just very quickly get everybody into the mode. So I believe all of us know this somatic shaking. So the invitation is for us to stand up and shake it off. Shake off whatever, state that we are in at this moment. Shaking off whatever stress that you may have or any anxieties that you may have. And when you're ready, you can sit down. Stretch as well. That's the invitation. Good. I see smiles when you stretch. Very good. And remember, this can be done anytime. And anytime you want to, just get it out, shake it out. All right. So in this session 7, again, we're going to have the usual things. We're going to have a bit of a sitting, and then we're going to review the whole practices that we have done in session 6. And then also come to learn new tools. In this case, it will be like compassion and how do we use compassion in relation to ourselves as well as to our loved ones or people that we don't. And then, of course, as usual, we have to do more planning for our whole practice so that we can continue the habit until we are very, the rest of our life, essentially, because this is already session 7. So just as a quick revision, or not really revision, just recollection. So I'm just going to share very quickly. So the theme for today, it's compassion and forgiveness. And so this compassion and forgiveness, it's very much to ourselves as well as the world around us. So I think by now you have already noticed, by now I think we have already noticed, all these sessions we've been working together with ourselves, session 1 to 4, like what Ajahn Virat has said and reminded us last week. And then 5, 6, 7, it's very much on how we can help ourselves and going on in the future. Now, also, what is interesting is probably by now, all of us know the tools that we have learned. Tranquil meditation, body scan, keeping our breath in mind when we are talking or doing things, very mindfully. Even like mental rehearsal and also mindful communications. All these are tools that we can use in helping ourselves in future. So keeping that in mind, and of course, doing something that is very important for us would be the usual sit. So we're going to do a very quick sit, and then we will do a very quick review of the home practice, page 56. And we're going to learn new tools on self-compassion and compassion and forgiving. Finally, the whole practice on page 74. So without further ado, and also the fact is mindfulness is very much about how you experience it for yourself. It's very experiential. So the invitation is now for us to do a very quick sit, just to go through tranquil meditation, body scan, labeling of our thoughts, mental rehearsal, and maybe even opening our eyes just to the open meditation that will help us in our daily lives. So the invitation is for us to sit in a comfortable position, and then perhaps close your eyes if it is comfortable for you. Feeling the feet grounded, the contact of your feet. Sitting in an upright position, perhaps your back coming from the back of the chair, feeling the support that you have by the chair. Your hands can be on the lap, which I think by now all of us are very comfortable. The 6 deep breaths. Sense of breathing in your body. Sensation of breathing. This breath that comes through your nostril, maybe your throat, maybe your chest area, pelvic area, wherever that's most comfortable for you, you can have the attention in that area. Breathe out. Hear me? Remembering that thoughts, just thoughts, stays around for a while, and then it will fade. And if thoughts come, just acknowledge them, and then come back to your sensation of breathing. Attention is now to come to the body scan, perhaps starting from the legs, your toes area, and tingling and sensations in your legs, your foot. Perhaps up your feet to your legs, knee area, maybe your thighs. Slowly coming up the body, the way. If there's any sensations, your body parts that's pulling for your attention, gently focus on that, zoom in on this, tuning in to the sensation. Perhaps for a few more seconds with curiosity. And noticing that even this that's pulling at your attention arises, stays around for a while, then may fade away. Is your wandering mind? Just acknowledge it. Gently bring it back to the path that you have been scanning. Is to thoughts. If you notice any thoughts, label them. Perhaps planning, worrying. You can label them as thinking, 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 thinking. Push the thoughts away, but you accept it and label it just as it is. Planning. Meditation now is to come back to your breathing. As you finish your breathing, or observe 3 more breaths. Come to observe your breathing. The invitation now is to come to mental rehearsal. Perhaps you can bring a difficult person, difficult situation that you have recently faced. One that's not too difficult. Just bring it to life. It's how it's affecting your body, sensations. Bring back to breathing again once. Breathing out. Maybe observing just 2 more deep breaths. And then we transit into an open eye meditation. Shake it out as well. Wriggle your hands, your legs. If you're back into your open meditation, finish with that. Thank you. So I guess that's our 10 minutes tranquil meditation, body sensations, all the things, all the good things that we have learned. And I believe by now at the 7th lesson, this is becoming very natural for all of us. Yeah. Okay. So we now transit to the homework, the home practice that we had. If you can go to page 65, that's where we were doing mindful communication last week. And also, I think for today, we will be moving to script 5.2 to prepare for our compassion meditation later. So let's go to page 65 first. All right. Would anybody like to share? Just share on screen very quickly. Can you see my screen? This is really the homework from session 6. So I guess last week was mindful communications, and we have a week of practicing it with our loved ones, maybe our colleagues, basically anyone that we are in contact with. So does anybody want to share their experience after recording that for the past few days? You don't have to share if you're not comfortable at this stage. But the invitation is to share so that we are all learning together in this group therapy together.
Yes, let me share.
Thank you.
When practicing more mindful communication, I think the relationship with my loved one, it become better because I can keep control myself. I aware of my negative thought and also aware of my negative feeling. Once I aware it, I can make control of it, and then I can return back in a more nice way and nice gesture. I mean, I think my loved one also can touch and feel that.
Thank you very much for sharing. So does the rest have similar experience? Does anyone want to share?
When I link the negative feeling, I feel really heavy, very heavy, and I'm very down.
When you say, sorry, can I understand a bit more? You're saying that very heavy. So is it somewhere in your body that you're feeling the heaviness?
Yes.
Where? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah.
What makes me unhappy, right?
No, so when you notice you're unhappy, you said your
Yes.
body is heavy. Is that correct? This is what I heard.
Yes.
Yeah. So my question is, maybe can you share which part of your body is, you're feeling that heaviness?
Okay. It's like when I think about the negative feeling, my whole up go my head, my shoulder, my body will go very down and feels like very heavy.
So your body goes down. So
Yeah.
your body sensation is actually telling you something, correct?
Yes.
This is what you're noticing. Thank you. And
Thank you.
I think this is precisely why we are also practicing body sensation as part of this whole MBTC. Because our body really tells us a lot of things. So, the fact that we start hunching and so on, our body is trying to say to us, something is happening in me, something that's affecting me. So it's really good sharing that you have shared with us. So I'm not sure whether anyone else have that kind of experience, because I definitely have. And this is when I would have the alarm bell telling me like, oh, I'm feeling a bit down. So I need to maybe cheer myself up a bit. I want to come out from this state that I'm in. But thank you, Wu Jin, for sharing this very valuable discovery. Yeah. Hey, does anybody else wants to share? Sorry, my throat and my whole body state is really bad. So you hear me, coming in and out of that. I apologize, but yeah. Anyone else that want to share from any discovery that you have had from your homework? All right. I think it's good sharing, and the whole invitation is always for us to continue to discover for ourselves and explore for ourselves, by having mindful communications, and also starting to know how our body is like, how does it affect us, and how can it help us to relate to the outside world a bit better. So thank you very much for sharing. Now, also, I come to the next part of what we are doing today. We're going to have some extra new tools on how we can skew ourselves towards more compassion for ourselves. I guess all of us know compassion, karuna, being kind to ourselves. And then also in that, how do we relate ourselves to the world, so that we're in a better position to meet the challenges of life. All of us know, right? I mean, just to show a round of hand, go around the whole place itself. Does anybody experience happiness on a daily basis? Does anybody experience unhappiness on a daily basis? I think scratching and everybody's thinking, but that's really because it is moment by moment. Within a day, there'll be moments that we are happy, and there'll be moments where we are neutral, like Vedana. And there'll be moments where we will notice that we are really not getting it, we're not becoming happy. And this whole compassionate meditation is to help to come back to ground ourselves and really to invoke this love that we have for ourselves at any one point in time. So that's really what we're going to experience, and what better than to really do it for ourselves. So the invitation now is, again, I will get everyone to experience this probably for 10 minutes or so. And then after that is an invitation for us to share, and we can go to one of the pages there, which I will show later, 73, and then perhaps you can share what you experienced during this 10 minutes sit. So the invitation is for us to close our eyes. Just a sound check as well. Can you hear me? Okay, good. All right. Thank you. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Yeah. All right. Thank you. So the invitation is to close our eyes, feet again grounded on the floor, comfortably seated on the chair, back away from the chair, in a dignified seated position, upright, chest open, head balanced on the shoulders. Maybe inhaling 5 deep breaths. Noticing your breath at the area that's most prominent for you again. Could be your chest, nostril, wherever that's most clear for you. Again, if your mind wanders, acknowledge it. Gently bring your attention back to this breathing sensation that's in your body. You can do that anytime these thoughts comes, and notice that it comes and goes. All part of human nature. The invitation now is to bring both hands up to your chest area, perhaps over your heart area. If that's comfortable for you. Feel the warmth of that contact of your palms on your chest and breathe into it, perhaps 5 times. What do you notice? Perhaps there's warmth in that contact area. Perhaps a sense of lightness. Perhaps feeling the love that you have right here, or the compassion that you have for yourself here. When you're ready, you can put your hands back onto your lap with your eyes still closed. Comfortably sitting back here in a still position. What did you notice? Are there any body sensations? Any part of your body? Perhaps you can do a body scan from your feet upward. Any tingling? Perhaps the tingling of your hands on your lap. And as you come up, perhaps to your knees area, you thank the knee for having supported you for all this time. As you continue to come upward, perhaps feeling the back of your body, noticing any sensations there. And if you do feel something at anywhere, any part of your body, give it some attention, hold it, tune in for a few seconds. Zoom into that sensation that you may have. Perhaps even thanking that part of the body for signaling to us and keeping our body intact and healthy. The invitation is for us to thank different parts of our body and having been there for us since we are born in supporting us. Perhaps thanking your heart for pumping all this time when you're stressed or when you're happy. Maybe noticing your sensations as well as your feelings. Perhaps you're feeling pleasant, maybe some pleasant sensations, or unpleasant, or neutral. Just accepting the body as it is, whole and complete. Perhaps you have reached the point of your head area, just thinking this head has been with us for all this time. Maybe the scalp for protecting our brains, the development of our prefrontal cortex. Perhaps also noticing that we have pleasant, unpleasant, happiness, misery. All these are part and parcel of our very existence. Noticing that it arises, stays around sometimes for a while, and then fades away. Whatever that's here is just here. We can acknowledge it, accept it, and just let it be. The invitation now is to perhaps put up both of your hands and hug yourself gently. In a very comfortable position, perhaps feeling the warmth of this hug. Thanking yourself perhaps for having come this far. 7 sessions out of the 8. When you're ready, you can put your hands back onto your lap with your eyes still closed. And perhaps telling this silently to yourself. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be at peace. May I be at ease. And may I be kind. Letting that sink into you. Again, if thoughts come in, acknowledge it. And gently come back to this sense of sending goodwill to yourself. Observe one more deep breath. Say to yourself again, may I be happy. May I be safe. May I be at peace. May I be at ease. May I be kind. You may gently open your eyes and do a 1-minute open eye meditation. When you're ready, you can open your eyes fully and come back to the session. Okay, so I can see everybody's back. All right, great. And this is the invitation here. After we've practiced self-compassion, what we've done is really coming back to ourselves. I would like to invite all of us to come to this page 73, just the first part on after practicing all these 4 questions. You can type it in or you can share, whatever that's comfortable for you. Maybe we'll still get some sharing as well, if it's okay. So I'll come through the first question. I guess it's really how you're feeling at that point in time. Can you see my screen? You can, right? All right. So would anybody like to share? Or you're still busy typing? Okay, so I won't do the wheel since I'm not getting too much response at this stage. But I would really invite anyone to share whatever they're feeling right now. We don't have to follow those questions, but whatever that's happening to your mind or what you're experiencing right now. Oh, I've got someone who shared. Thank you.
Allow me to share
Thank you,
my
Kunvirat.
my experience. I mean, the whole process make me feel calm and connect to myself. I like I feel very warm when I touch my heart. I
Wow.
can hearing my heartbeat, and then when I hug myself, I also feel very warm because it's long ago that I never hug myself. Mostly I hug other people, but never hug myself. So I mean, this is a feeling that I mean, return back to ourselves and focus ourselves to me to myself. I mean, I think I feel I feel connecting to myself, and then
Reconnecting to yourself.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then the last part that I mean, I reciting to myself that may I be happy, may I out of the misery. I think that's part is to remind ourselves again by we by we reciting it. Yeah. So thank you for the process.
Thank you so much for sharing, Kunvirat. Maybe I'll just ask the rest. Who else felt the warmth when you either sort of put your hands on the chest, or when you hugged? Maybe just a show of hands.
After practice, yeah, I feel warm. and
Warm.
than before. But at first you guided the use your hand to touch it, and yeah, I didn't hear that word, so I lost that part. But
I see.
but the second section, and you said hug yourself, and I can hear clearly. The second section, I tried to put my earphone on. Before my computer is the breakdown, the sound. And after practice, it's much warmer than before. Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing, Venerable. So I think as what a few people have also sort of nodded, as I can see around, this sense of warmth, this sense of I'm good enough, and also your self hug is really to remind ourselves that I don't know for the rest, but sometimes what I do feel is it's very easy, like what Ajahn Virat said, easy to hug others when they are in pain or something. And very often we forget to hug ourselves or to thank ourselves for all the good things that we've done for ourselves. We tend to be a little bit more harsh, perhaps, to ourselves. So this practice is really to come back to ourselves and having this compassion for ourselves. And this will set the base for having that compassion for our outside world as well. So that's the reason why we're having this practice. Really, it's planting this seed for compassion in ourselves, as well as to expand that compassion for everybody, and in due course to have this forgiveness to whatever good or bad things that comes to us. Yeah. So thank you very, very much for sharing. I really appreciate it. I guess we will now probably expand a little bit more and perhaps come to another sit, if this is okay for us. And now that we have done self-compassion sharing, the invitation is now to do, maybe explore a little bit more and say, sit now with compassion and not just for ourselves, but perhaps for everybody else. So just give me a minute. I will just try to close off this so that we can concentrate. Okay, good. All right. So we've experienced compassion for ourselves. Now to expand that for anyone, perhaps to difficult people around us, to the people that we love. That's really how we can start helping ourselves. So again, the invitation is to sit in an upright position. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Feet in contact with the floor. Buttocks sitting on a chair. Perhaps the back away from the back of the chair. Hands on your lap. Sitting in an upright position, but not uptight, just dignified. Open chest. Sitting with a sense of awareness, a sense of stillness. Again, taking 5 to 6 deep breaths. And sense into an area that's most comfortable for you as an anchor. The sensations that we have of breathing in this body. Perhaps noticing this anchor or this groundedness that we have, that we can come back to at any one point in time. Again, if thoughts come, acknowledge them. They're like clouds They come and they go. And we can return back to our breathing. No matter how many times these thoughts come, we can always come back to our sense of breathing, this sensation of breathing in this body, right here, right now. The invitation now is to bring to mind a situation or a person that has made you feel upset or unhappy. Just a moderate one, maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, perhaps a scale of 3 or 4. Perhaps you can observe the feelings in your body. Perhaps some part of your body sensation is more tight or tightens. Or you have noticed that that part of the body has relaxed. Perhaps even noticing some of the thoughts that comes associated with this difficult person or difficult situation. Noticing how your mind cascades down with such thoughts. Coming back to your breathing and noticing that thoughts are just thoughts. Breathing in, coming back to this sense of calm and letting go, letting be. The invitation now is to still sense into this difficult situation or person, and perhaps noticing that he or she is also in misery. Perhaps the person is also going through some unpleasant sensations in their body or situation. Sensing this stability through our breathing in our body, perhaps we can forgive or let it be or let go of this difficult situation or person. Perhaps send some compassion to each other. Coming back to this sensation of breathing and this sense of calmness. Through your breathing. Perhaps we can say something And tell ourselves gently, may you and I forgive each other. May you and I be happy. May you and I be at peace. May you and I be at ease. May you and I be kind. May you and I be free of miseries. The invitation now is to, again, covering your chest with both arms, sensing into this warmth that you have. Perhaps this sense of compassion that you have for yourself, and for others. Perhaps observing 5 deep breaths, noticing the sensations, and placing your arms back onto your lap with your eyes still closed, sensing into your breath again. The invitation is now to bring into mind a special person, a person or a pet or some living things that brings you happiness. Perhaps observe the peace and sense of happiness. Perhaps some warmth in your body, some tingling, whatever that comes to your body when you think of this special person. Thinking that this person that you love, this special person, yourself, as well as the difficult person or situation, will all face the common problems of humanity: death, sickness, anicca, impermanence. And the fact that we all want happiness and to be free from sufferings and miseries. Perhaps tell yourself softly, may this person be happy. May this person be at peace. May this person be at ease. And may this person be kind. May this person be free from all miseries. Perhaps you notice some thoughts coming in again to this special person that brings a lot of warmth to you. Remembering, acknowledging the thoughts, just come back to your breathing. Coming back to this breath that we have as our anchor. In the last part of this sit, the invitation is for us to visualize this special person and all living things, and perhaps, and also yourself, and put your hands on your chest again, feeling the warmth of your hands on your chest, mindfully telling yourself, may you and I be happy. May you and I be at peace. May you and I be at ease. May you and I be harmonious. May you and I be free from misery. May you and I be kind. Then convey this compassion to all living beings in the world. And convey this compassion. May all living things, all living beings, and I be well and happy. May all living things be at peace. May all living things be harmonious. May all living things be safe. May all living things be free from miseries. May all living things be kind. Releasing your hands back, put it on your lap. Sense into the compassion for yourself and all beings around us. The invitation is to come back to your breath. After about observing 5 deep breaths, the invitation is for us to open our eyes and do a 1-minute open eye meditation. Good. Everybody's back. And wiggle your hands, your legs, just to come back to this sense now. I'm conscious of time as well because it's time for Venerable to eat. Okay. So the invitation is for anyone to share their experience, perhaps from people who have not spoken so far. Maybe you notice something that is different from the first sit and the second sit. Maybe just sharing how you feel after the second sit.
Actually, for me, maybe from the first part, I feel the heaviness, and the second part, I feel tired. Yes, I'm suddenly I feel like like the mom carry his son, and the son want to sleep. And I feel really sleepy, actually, really sleepy. I cannot focus, and I cannot express my love to others. I'm so a little bit upset and a little bit tired. So this is my true feeling. But however, it also brings me a little bit calm as well. Calm down, but very tired.
Thank you so much for sharing, actually, Wujin. Feeling tired is, I think, it's a very normal thing because we're all in this modern world and just so many things we have to do, right? I always feel that I have to do this, I have to do that. And I'm really happy that you're sharing what you really experience. And I think it's really part of the whole meditation for compassion. And I'm not expecting anyone to feel, compassion at one go. It takes time. All of us have all this process. So this whole meditation thing is a whole process. We slowly take baby steps. So don't think that you feel bad, and it's nothing to feel bad about. If you're tired, you're tired. If you feel embraced, you're embraced. Just acknowledging it. When the time is right, it will come to you. And I think what I do hear, one part is, which I was quite encouraged by, is that you do feel like there's warmth still. There's some kind of warmth. And with that warmth is really what we are starting to feel for others. And this is an encouragement that we just keep practicing. But thank you very, very much, Wujin, for sharing. Thank you. Anybody else would like to share?
Doing the practice and like a previous part and to there's something I cannot find, someone annoying or it's let me feel unpleasant. So at that point, and I kind of just unclear. So my mind is cannot think about someone, and I just skip that part and still focus on myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and then the last part, it's it's really good. And for the previous part, and I feel calm. Yeah, that feeling, it's obvious, you can tell. And then you say, made all the sentient beings be happy and the two out of the mirroring or mirable or suffering. Yeah, I feel happy about that. If everyone, they without the suffering, everyone is happy, I feel happy. Yeah, and for me, I feel happy that way because uh when I not when I without suffering, that feeling, yeah, it's really good. And if everyone can, have that feeling or the less defilements, and this world will be have more peaceful and happiness. Yeah.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So true. I really feel it. I really feel that when you're saying that, when you're happy, and if everybody feels that, how good the world is, I can really sense your bliss, probably the right word, that bliss, not just happiness, but it's that blissful feeling that you have. Thank you very much for sharing. And I guess also what you have noticed is, if there is, you're one of the, I think you're really lucky. You have nobody difficult person or difficult position, situation. And if there is nothing like that, yeah, like what you have done, skip it through. And this whole process is really just to have that as the compassion and outward, which you have experienced when you actually said about the sentient beings outside and so on. So that sense of compassion sharing is very powerful, and as far as I'm concerned, it really roots me every day. So every time I do this, I always find like, okay, I can do it. Whatever that comes is going to be okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for sharing. Maybe we have time for just one last sharing before we close off this section, because today we've done 2 sittings, additional 2 new sittings. Maybe can we hear from a lady this time? Gloria, maybe? Is it okay? Thank you, Gloria.
Sharing this feeling about this session, right?
Yeah, that's right.
In this session, I have lots of thoughts coming. Some of them I want it, and some of them and I don't want it. And I think usually I won't let the thought control my feeling, but I'm not sure that now is about the weather or about the time. I just feel very hot, and the unwanted thought just haunt me, and they just don't go, and then become a obsession, and I feel more warm, and I feel more hot. So and then I try to adjust my breath to just let the thought flow away, flow in and flow out. And but in this session, I have many thoughts coming, and I don't know why.
Okay, so your experience is this time around you had a lot more thoughts, and then these thoughts seems to ruminate. It keeps coming and coming and coming, even though you acknowledge it. Did you try to come back to your breathing?
Yes.
Okay.
But there's lots of different thoughts. They are not logical.
Thoughts are just thoughts, and the fact that you've noticed thoughts and you come back to your breathing, that's exactly what the practice is all about. Mindfulness is all about knowing you have these thoughts, good, bad, happy, unhappy, doesn't matter, and then you acknowledge it and you come back to your breathing. That's really the practice of mindfulness. And I guess it's good. Thank you very much for sharing. I really appreciate that. And then what about the part where you actually hug yourself? Did they evoke anything for you?
About this part, how to say that? I can sense my body, and how to say? If I hurt myself, I should think a lot of love come from myself, but I didn't feel anything actually.
It's thank you for sharing. Yeah. And sorry, you're about to say something else?
No.
Okay. This is a practice. So it's to help us to skew towards compassion. And because it's very normal human nature to be kind outside. If you have got a friend who's not well, you will be more compassionate towards others. To have the same compassion for ourselves, sometimes it is not that second nature. So we do need to have this practice. That's why there's this practice to keep bringing it back to ourselves, keep coming back to ourselves to say, I'm good, I'm whole, just the way I am, and I deserve love as well. So, and love from myself to me. So this is only a practice, a start. It's just a start, noticing your thoughts, and then noticing that you want to come back to yourself, and noticing that I don't feel a lot of warmth. That's all part of the practice. So don't ever be harsh on yourself, and keep practicing. We are in 7th session. We still have this practice is going to be for the rest of our life, really. Yeah. So thank you very much for sharing, Gloria. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So thank you to all for being so, forthcoming with your actual sensation that's through this practice. And we'll come to the last part, which again, I think by now everybody knows the drill very well, which is our home practice. And then this home practice is a very heavy session today. I know that. And And the invitation is for us to keep exploring what works for us, and then trusting the process and going with that process. So the invitation is very much for us to keep this practice going. Maybe I'll just share something very quickly here as well. So what's the real intention of, if you can see the screen, this intention of self-compassion meditation? Usually I will always recall it as self-acceptance and self-esteem. As you can see, having the intention that I want to accept myself just the way I am. I don't need to be perfect, just the way I am. And I have esteem for myself. That's the real intention of it. And then also recognizing that whatever that comes to you at that point in time, acknowledge it and allow it. And with that, we will slowly shift the whole thing towards ourselves. So this is really the practice of compassion for ourselves and for others. So coming back to the home practice itself, if we can come to page 74, if you have got the slides with you. And this is basically, it is to encourage us to keep doing this practice. We have now learned tranquil meditation and various new tools, body scan and so on. So the invitation is for us to practice this compassion meditation, continue to do that, and see what new discoveries you may have in going forward. Because it will be very different every time you do it. And before we end as well, is there any questions? I guess it's a no from everyone. And then with that, I thank everybody for your time. And next week will be our last session. And in the last session, and with all the practices that we have done, maybe it's good for us to plan ahead and see what you want to do for your next appointments as well with your various therapies. With that, I'll end the session. Thank you very much, all.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
back.
get a
Yes.
big graph to me too. And we end this practice with love and peace, I think, in everyone's mind. So, should everyone review the activity together on page number 68? This session we have six steps, right? Wow.
Yeah, 68. Yeah.
With me to do that have done all of them already. Conduct tranquil meditation, mindfulness practice for 30 minutes, and after that we review their homework and then explain the difference and relationship between mindfulness and self-compassion. Okay, and go through, let them practice self-compassion, share experience, and after that compassion to other people and share their experience, and give them homework for during week later. Okay, let me to reflection yourself. You like?
Okay. So so first of all, I'm an accountant. I'm not a therapist. But I really like meditation. So I try my best to do this as a therapist. And what I think I did okay was I did try to keep the time within that 1 hour, but I still had problems with it. But I did try to cover the compassion part. So I think the first part was a little bit better. By the time I moved to the second therapies, the one where we do compassion with the others, I myself noticed that when I was practicing or leading it, I lost the plot myself. So I sort of like guided it, but not really to my own satisfaction. And I had to change a bit of the wordings because it's not second nature for me to say happy, peace, harmonious, miseries. So I have to keep opening my eyes because my own metta practice may all be well and happy, may all be safe and be at peace, so I have to switch between the two. So I think if I'm a participant, it will be very confusing. So I should have kept to one script. Yeah. That would be what I would do if I have to lead this again. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. For let the group reflect me too, please.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your effort. And today you didn't feel well, but you still put your effort and do your best to do it. And for me, always feeling your guidance. It's calm and the voice is soft, and doing your meditation guidance is different than when you do your presentation. Actually, this is really good and make me feel very calm, and yeah, they and also very in detail, and it's very clear in details. Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
is it's really good. You have intention become a meditation master. Yeah. And for the other thing, I cannot think of, maybe, connection from my side. It's a breakdown sometimes. Maybe at that time, if your voice, I guess because your health, and because a little bit like soft, and then I
Yeah.
cannot hear you
Yeah.
clearly. So yeah, this is the only thing. But the most part is clear, and yeah, I especially when I put earphone. Yeah, if I use just the a speaker, not clear, but when I put the earphone on, yeah, it's clear, and yeah, that's why I make a change, but still fine. Yeah, for the whole process. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And who next? Who will be next?
Just add on what Venerable say. What I like is the check-in by moving the physical body. That's a kind of that's a kind of breakout. I mean, moving the physical body, and then support what Venerable just mentioned. You make a clear, very clear and very clear guidance. Yeah. The only thing that I noticed, as Wujun mentioned, the process, I think it's good. This process is good early in the morning and before we going to bed. Because if we doing during the day, it's make us feel too calm and too relaxed, too sleepy.
Agree.
Okay.
True.
That's all for me.
Who next?
Thank you.
Who will be next? Wujun?
Yes, actually, I think Me Too is very professional, very your understanding of this concept of the section is very deep. Actually, I can feel that. For my opinion, maybe I'm too tired at this session. I experience your piece of sentence is too fast. Your expression is too fast. That makes me more tired.
Understand. I agree. Usually
But
I will do it slower, but then yeah. I agree.
But I can feel the peace. I mean the pace of your voice. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And who else? Visakha, can you?
Yes, thank you, Sister Me Too, for your session. It's very natural way without up and down, right? Yes, very let us very relaxed, and especially for me is your instruction visualization, right? Visualizing to living things is very great for me. It's the very more relaxed and more accept my negativeness, positiveness without judgment, right? Yes, this point is very great. Yes, thank you for everything today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
so
the
kind.
last one, thank you. The last one, Korea.
I think this taught me to do it very great, and she completely understand the concept and leader, and can lead us into the mindfulness very well also. And I also agree with the Wujun or
Wujun.
Wujun. The voice may be a little bit high. The peak. I mean the voice, not the volume. It's about the voice. Sounds a little bit high. Peak. How to say that? But me too. The image of me too is very kind. So I think she's very suitable for this role, this character. And
Thank you, Gloria. Yeah. Can I find out what you mean by a bit high? Are you saying my pitch is high?
Let me translate.
中文也可以，我了解你在讲什么。Yeah.
就是音调。
音调就太高了，还是
the tone and the pitch.
Okay, the tone and the
bit
pitch.
high. Maybe you
了
can
解
lower down a little bit and make the voice more calm.
Got it. 了解。
For this section, right? Because section is about compassion.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the next thing I want to say.
Okay, for me, I like your clear explanation. Okay, smiling face with like a natural speech, and I think you follow our process and well prepared for me. It's okay. And before this is the last session for our practicing, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
But in the real life, we have to do 8 session. And I think Ajahn Yongyud will share you about the last session.
Okay.
So before we leaving today, I would like everyone to share how do you feel and what you get and what you plan to do after this shortly, because we have run a long time. Okay. Start with Wonju. Wujun.
Yes. The mindful. I don't know.
How you feel?
I want to sleep.
Still sleepy, right?
But I think yeah, I have a lot of knowledge. I need more
Okay.
practice
Yeah.
because my mind is so upset. I'm so tired. So I need more practice. This is why I'm true feeling.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And how about you, Kun Virat?
I commit myself to live my life more mindfully. Yeah, I will mindful on my communication, and then the last part is very important. That I mean, not just not just kind to other people, but also kind to ourselves. I mean, make ourselves more happy. Make ourselves happier, so that I have the happiness to share with the other people. Thank you, ครับ
Thank you. How about Honorable Shujin?
From this class, and let me think about the question from Woojin last time. You know, when you met a person and you very close to, and you have to stay with him or her every day, and you know you don't have a chance to like keep a distance in here. And I think over from today from mindful communication part, actually we have to every time when we want to say something, if you like respond your emotion or your words to them directly, that might, with anger, with negative emotions. At that time, it should be like just like you said, stop, and then re-managing your words, say it properly. The communication is interesting. When you hurt the other feeling, they will fight you. They will say something bad, return to you. But when you like nice to them and say something like a warm to them, and then they feel better, and then they might like treat you differently. So yeah, this is really it's a kind of skill you have to practice. It take a while. So we should be patient, and this is you can face directly with the someone you annoy. Yeah, that's what I learned from this time.
Thank you. Communication is like a boomerang, right? Boomerang. When you throw positive, you will get positive. When you throw negative, you will get negative come back. Thank you. How about you, Garia? Last session, last meeting for us.
I just always wonder why me again. Actually, I'm completely zero experience about the mindfulness thing. So that's why I always just listen and talk less. And to be honest, I don't have much feeling. I just listen how to do, what to do, why to do, and listen more and learn a lot.
Yeah, listen with mindful. Thank you. How about you, me too?
Very, very happy to be able to join you, even though today is the last day. So I did see the video of everybody, so I can see, everybody doing great work together. Personally, I think this is a journey for me. I love meditation, but I'm also into like mindfulness-based kind of therapies and like MBCT as well. So I'm learning myself, MBCTL. So I guess I feel that there's a lot of difference because I'm actually really just learning different tools to help myself and help others if I can. So I do have more questions actually more than how I feel from the whole session. So I have a lot of things like in my mind. I realize that the way we are expected to go through each person. Is that really the case for therapy? So if we have got a group of 6, everybody has to speak. So I have more questions than real opinions. Yeah.
Sorry?
So do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Would you please recall your question again?
What I realized after attending this is I have more questions than opinion. Like for example, I have one question on, do we need to get everybody to speak? Because so
Yes.
I don't. So everyone has to speak, even if they don't want to speak.
You open the opportunity and you share up because this is a group therapy.
So everyone has to speak.
Yeah. Because you get the new skill, right? And after they practice, you have to let them share their experience.
So even if they're not happy to share, I have to ask them to share.
In the first session, we have a commitment that everyone have to share their experience, have to share their opinion, and the therapists have a role to cheer up.
Got it. Understand.
But some because in each session we have a lot of time to share. Some session sometimes they don't want to share, is okay. But in whole section in each week they have to share their experience.
I see. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. The last one, Visakha, how do you feel today?
Yes, during our whole session, I'm very happy to give and take opportunity. Is that means sharing idea means I can give and I can get information from many members. This is the very big point for me. And very for 2 weeks, we can practice more, right? Based on the this is skill is very great for me. So thank you so much for having this opportunity and joining members. Thank you.
Yeah. For me, this is the last time that we will meet each other. I hope that after this, everyone, if you want to be a therapist, to be therapy the group MBTC, you have to practice and learn to understand the program. And I hope that everyone can do if you want. And hope you the first thing that you can use the program to yourself first and practice, learn, and you have a confidence to do by your own. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you very much for cooperating everything that we done together, and get back on 1 p.m. right at 1
Yes.
p.m. in
Yeah.
the whole room.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Thank
Thank you very much,
you. Thank
everybody.
you.
Bye bye. See you later.
Yeah.